400 years of slavery is over with for the Israelites. The whole world knows it. The Israelites just don't know. Not all, but some. Now, Barnum's Animal Crackers. This is the classic packaging of the animal crackers. And they changed it in 2018. And I'm going to show you the significance of the change of the packaging. Now you notice in this packaging, the original, before they changed it back in 2018, you notice the prison bars with animals behind it. And that's symbolizing the bondage for the Hebrew Israelites. See, the cardboard creatures on the front of the box, they was caged up. You see? But I'm going to show you this. When they changed it, it looks like this now. And what you're looking at is on the front of the box, you see the Israelites roaming free as they have been uncaged. And they even tell you in the article that after more than a century is 100 years, you guys, and it's more than that. And we all know that we were in bondage for 400 years. We were behind bars, which is here. So after more than a century, more than 100 years behind bars, the beasts on the boxes of the animal crackers are roaming freely. Now, it retains the same red and yellow coloring. The lettering and everything is the same. But instead of showing the animals, which is the Israelites, because y'all know this is what they like to refer to us as. Now, instead of showing the Israelites in cages, meaning separated in box cars, the elephant, the lion, the gorilla, the giraffe, the zebra, you see them all wandering side by side now, uncaged. Now they redesigned the package. And why do you think that is? Ask yourself. And they strategically did this in 2018 on the verge of 2019. And I'm telling you, it is because the 400 years is up. You see? The Lord told us in the book of Genesis, verse 15 and 13, and Yah said unto Abram, know of a surety that your descendants will be strangers dwelling as temporary residents in a land that is not theirs, and they will be slaves there, and afflicted and oppressed for 400 years. Acts 7 and 6. And Yah spoke to this effect, that his offspring would be sojourners in a land belonging to others, who would enslave them for 400 years. Okay? Now, in 1619 was the era of the slavery or our captivity. All right? If you do 2019 minus 1619, it's going to equal 400 years. If you do 2018 minus 1619, it's going to equal 399 years. Now you know that we are the real Jews, correct? Correct. Now, due to the fact that the Jews, which is the Israelites, or as they like to refer to us as the blacks, broke the agreement with Yah, he punished us by sending us to a strange land where we would be enslaved and mistreated for 400 years. Now, after the 400 years was over, Yahweh said that he will punish the country that enslaved the Israelites. He said that he will send a plague once America is punished by Yah, and the Israelites will return to their home land. They will be free. You see? You see the cages to the uncaged? It's subliminal, y'all. Everything. This whole world is a spin-off of the Bible. of the word of God, the true and living God. And everything that they do is mockery. It is to mock the Most High. It is to mock his children, his offspring. He told you, the Israelites, all right? We were sold to Africa, Asia, America, etc., Europe, okay? All over. Now, in the Bible, the Jews, which are the Israelites, which are the blacks, were oppressed by Pharaoh of Egypt for about 200 years, right? And the Most High led Moses to lead the Jews out of Egypt. But see, Pharaoh didn't want to let the Israelites leave. So what did Yah do? He sent plagues against Egypt. And the plagues destroyed Egypt. And the Israelites were free. All right? Now, although we made it out of Egypt, the Bible states that the Jews will go into another Egypt. All right? And not the literal Egypt, but the spiritual Egypt. All right? And that will be America. The Lord said that if they was to break the commandments again, Yah was going to send us back into Egypt on ships. And he's talking about the spiritual Egypt, and that is America. That's why when people is teaching all this Egyptology bullshit and telling all these lies and talking about we Egyptian and all of that, you guys, that is complete lies. That was a part of our slavery. And us being in America, it is the spiritual Egypt. All right? You got to understand. He said he will send us back over here on ships. These are ships. These are the ships that the Israelites were on, being oppressed. And see, Egypt is a Greek word. The Hebrew name for it is Mitzrayim. Mitzraim. And it means bondage or slavery. So when people is talking about Egyptology and preaching all of that Egyptology crap, they got it all wrong. All right? That means bondage or slavery, you guys. And this is a spiritual Egypt, America. Slavery, bondage by ships and sold to their enemies. Here, let me show you. Like here, I'm going to show you how America is a spiritual Egypt. This that you see, the eagle that you see on the left hand, that's the original. That's in Egypt before it was destroyed. And when you look to your right, the copy, what is that? That's America. You see that? You see the American eagle. It's all a spinoff, you guys. That is the spiritual Egypt. You see? We were in bondage in the real Egypt at first for 200 years, but they disobeyed and didn't follow the Lord's commandments again once he freed us and sent Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go. So the Lord told you that he will put you in spiritual Egypt, and he will send your ass back to Egypt on the ships, which was the slave ships. And that's exactly what he did. All of these things in America, you guys, are knockoffs of the real Egypt, where the Israelites were enslaved and in bondage at. Like here, here's another reference. Egypt is known for its pyramids, right? The building of the pyramids. Look at this, right? That's what they like to worship, right? But you see in America, only thing you have to do is flip over the back of your dollar bill. And what do you see? A pyramid. It's enslavement. You guys, it's enslavement. That's all this is spiritual Egypt. So, now you know all of these things have a significant meaning. Just by them changing the packaging on the animal crackers packaging. They've been like that for over a century. It is for a reason, Israel. It's for a reason. It went from this. This is because we were in bondage for 400 years. But what happened in 2018 when the 400 years was over? They changed it to this. You see the animals being free, roaming around. They're no longer caged up. It is symbolism, y'all. I'm telling you, everything is a spinoff of the Word of God. They like to tell you that the Bible is not real, but it is very real. It is very, very real. And the Word of Yah speaks through everything. It speaks for itself. You have to understand, these people know our history damn near better than we do. And they show you all the time. They show you all the time. But see, a lot of people won't even pick up on it. And when I first seen this, that was like one of the first things I thought about. I seen this a while back though, kind of when it first happened. But I didn't really think too much about it. But then I went back and I said, that's what that means. Because I subtracted the dates when they did it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that equals to 400 years. That's what that was. And why would they go and change something? You would think it's so small and insignificant, you guys, but it is a huge matter. It is huge. It is huge because we are now out of bondage. Now it's time. They know that it's time that the Lord is going to send a plague. And I believe that that's what the coronavirus is. Okay? He's sending a plague. Because we know that the coronavirus is not actually real. That what they're saying about it being a disease and all that stuff like that, we know that that's not actually real. But the plague in itself, the whole purpose of it is spiritual. Okay? That's why they got people walking around here wearing masks and stuff. It's just like he did in Egypt when we were in bondage the first time for 200 years. Pharaoh didn't want to let his people go. They didn't want to let the Israelites go. So what did the Most High do? He sent plagues to destroy Egypt. This is destroying America. It's bringing Babylon down. And guess what happens after all of this, you guys? But see, this is going to be the grand finale. Because see, once we're free and we return back to the Most High after the plagues and he destroys America, this time we're going to our homeland. We're going home. And that's where we stand. That's where we're going to stay. That's where we're going to dwell. The righteous, the upright in heart, the true and living Israelites. Okay? That's why you see the animals free and roaming around. They're even smelling. Okay? Now you see. All praise to the Most High.